approached the tomb. Days earlier, there was noise wherever we went. Crowds cheering, sometimes yelling. Down one street, joyful cheering. Down another street, angry insults. But now, I'm at his tomb. Just silence. I gathered all my spices and oils, intending to anoint the body. But when I got there, he was gone. Jesus changed my life. Ever since that day I met him in Galilee, he rescued me. And I followed him ever since. All the way to his death. There was the tomb, and it was empty. Two strange men asked me, what was I looking for? My head was spinning. I could barely speak. I couldn't think. My heart was broken into 1,000 pieces. And then I saw this gardener. At least that's what I thought he was. And I asked this gardener, do you know where they've taken Jesus' body? And then he said my name. I recognized it was Jesus. It was my Lord. He said his sheep would know his voice. And I knew him. I knew it the moment he said my name. And I dropped to my knees. What else could I do but cling to him? Oh, I didn't want to let him out of my sight. But no. He had other plans for me. He wanted me to go back and tell the others the good news. So I ran. As fast as my legs could carry me. And I shouted like an excited child. He did it. He did it. He did it! The body of a dead man. And now I can go back and prove that he's an overcomer of everything. Who do I say that he is? I know who he is. I know who he is. What matters is he did what he said he would do. He said he would rise, and he most certainly is risen. He is the Savior. He is the one true God. Oh, my Savior lives. He lives. He lives. It was all a nightmare. Yes, that's all it was. These dreams, they just won't leave me. Out of all the people to have a dream about him, why me? You can call him whatever you want to call him. Call him a lunatic, call him a criminal, call him a blasphemer. All I know is this: Jesus claimed to have a direct connection to God. These
these dreams, they came with some sort of message, but what am I to do with this message? Maybe it was from the devil himself, trying to thwart the plans of God, or maybe it was an angel telling me that God's time had come to rule the world. I did the only thing I could do, even though it meant my husband and I could lose our privileged positions. I wrote my husband a note saying, "Husband, have nothing to do with this man they call Jesus." For the city was already heaving with people from the Passover, and the Jews would have surely rioted. There's only so much I can do, for see, I'm just a woman who pretends to know what real power feels like, for I am just married to it. I wonder, does guilt and resentment steal his sleep? Does innocent blood feel warm on his hands? It doesn't matter, because he did not listen to me. Jesus' followers said that he was going to rise again from death. But let me assure you, there's no coming back from what he succumbed to. Who do I say that he is? The man that stood stoically as he was beaten, ridiculed, and tortured. A man that did nothing but teach peaceably about love and forgiveness. A man that did some things that I've never seen another human being do before. Who do I say that he is? I have no idea who Jesus was, but it doesn't matter, because he's dead. Isn't he?
No, he's not.
First, you gotta understand the noise, the crowd. Man, this was Jericho. I could hear them as they were out on the road, but it's not because I have great hearing to make up for my blind eyes. No, this was a roar, a cheering, clapping, and singing. I tried to listen carefully to hear what they were saying. Well, I could tell that, they were coming my way. And I noticed because, see, several of us, we sit down on the main road where the most people come and go. And I know people by how they walk, how they drag their feet, or don't. You see, I know because I sat there every day and waited for mercy. Well, all I could really do is just wait. But I couldn't have imagined what was coming my way. So I would just listen. And suddenly I realized they cheered for him. This is the one that they whispered about. This is the one that they grumbled about and called his name. Some people thought he was the Messiah. And a handful of people even witnessed him heal people. So I crawled out closer to the road, afraid I might get trampled because there's so many people that came out of the gates with him. Hey, excuse me, please. Who is it? Is it the teacher? Wait, is it the one? Please, somebody, anyone. And then someone said, yes, it was Jesus. And to this day, I can't explain it. I yelled louder than I ever yelled before, and I really didn't care. And the people, they tried to hush me and push me away, and I didn't care. Son of David, have mercy on me! And he stopped. he asked me what I wanted. And I said to see. No, I think he already knew that. Just like that, everything that I hoped for was laid before me. I followed him that day, and the next day, and the next day. But you know what amazed me? The people who could see the best seemed to be the most blinded. Well, as for who I say he is, one day I was yelling for him to heal me, and the next I was following him to Jerusalem, yelling to anyone who had ears to hear that he is Hosanna in the highest. He is the Messiah.
We were walking along the very gates of hell when Jesus asked the most life-changing question. Well, it wasn't the literal gates of hell. I remember it so vividly. There were these carvings and stony quarry walls. Pagan worshipers used to put their idols in this place. But anyway, before I tell you the question, you have to just understand that the 12 of us, you see, we weren't the most distinguished bunch. I mean, we fought over things, silly things, like who we thought he liked the most, or who was going to sit next to him when he became king. We even sometimes tried to discourage him from giving too much of himself. We just didn't get it. And let's just say he knew we didn't get it. But on this particular day, Jesus asked this question: who do people say that I am? Wow. I remember Bartholomew saying, "You're John the Baptist." And then there was someone else, I can't remember his name, but he said, "Elijah." And then someone else said, "A prophet." And that's when Jesus just looked at us and he said, "Who do you say that I am?" Wow. Now that was a big question. It was such a profound question that none of us really wanted to get this one wrong. We didn't want to get this one wrong. And then, out of the blue, Peter, he just jumps up. You see, well, let me back up, because Peter was like that. Peter didn't raise his hand like everyone else. But Peter just jumps up and he says, "You're the Christ. You are the Christ. You are the Son of God." And that's when Jesus just smiled. He was just playing in the dirt. And when Jesus smiled, oh man, it just did something to you when he smiled. But then he turned to us and he said, "You're right. I am the Son of God. But let me tell you now who you are, Peter. You, Peter, you are the rock. A rock on which I will build my church. A church with so much momentum, with so much strength, that not even the very gates of hell will prevail against it." So let me tell you, who do I say he is? I witnessed things that I still can't explain to this day. A love so great, so passionate, that it just does something to you from the inside out. He is the Son of God, and he is coming back to rescue us. And nothing, not even the very gates of hell, not anything, is going to stop him.
asking it or thinking it at least. Sometimes things happen in life that we never intended or dreamed of. Life is funny like that sometimes. I saw Jesus when he was baptized by John the Baptist. I saw him heal the blind man. I saw him raise Lazarus from the dead. I saw him take disease and sickness away. I even saw Jesus cast out a legion of demons from one man. And I talked with Mary when she returned from the empty tomb. He did it all. And I was an eyewitness. And then things got personal. Not that it wasn't personal already, but let me explain. One night, Peter starts talking about replacing Judas. And before I knew it, it came down to Barsabbas and myself. We would cast lots to decide. I was devoted, there was no question. I followed Jesus everywhere he went. I watched his every move. But this, God would call me, or either he wouldn't. And after this, I wouldn't be the same man either way. You know, God not calling you, that would change you too. But suddenly, it was me. God had chosen me. Amazing. Picked to be a disciple of the one true God. Would I do it? Could I do it? And when the question came again, what do we do now? I had my answer. I don't just watch Jesus from a distance. I don't just follow him through the countryside. Yes, I follow him, but I also obey every word that he speaks to me. And I trust him completely. And now, I fish for men, no matter the cost.